This episode may contain strong language and adult themes. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
So hello and welcome to this week's episode of what was going to be the two dropouts, mainly because most people couldn't be bothered to join us tonight for varying excuses. I think it's just sunny in the UK. But as it turns out, we've got the three dropouts. Hello, boys. How are you?
How are you, duties?
Hey, Phil, you're looking good, man.
Feeling good, Willis.
And Jules, you're looking quite relaxed.
I am very relaxed right now. I had my first vaccination today, so I'm just chilling.
Any side effects?
My children haven't shut up since.
But you don't have any children.
I got two.
So, which vaccination did you get?
I got Pfizer this time. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to have Pfizer next time. Now, just remind me, does President Macron like that one this week or not?
I haven't got a clue and I don't particularly care.
Yeah, exactly. President Macron, no side effects, no ill effects. Shut the fuck up, have a vaccination.
I am growing ear off my back, though, so I don't know what's going on there.
An ear on your back.
I'm joking.
That's not from the vaccination.
I've been growing something on my back for a long time. It's called hair, unfortunately. Although I have been growing sunburn.
Just don't
Look
fall
at
asleep.
that.
Well, that's lovely. That's just.
You can tell we've had sun,
That's
and
like
that's with factor
referee
30.
sexy. That is.
And the back of my knees, mate.
On Back 10 Pro's Facebook page, I encourage people. I have a hashtag RefTans.
Reftan.
Yep. And I encourage people to put their reftans out there, the back of their legs, their necks, that kind of, and their bicep, right? So
I'm a little sore on the back of my legs, but they still look white. So
I mean, look at that. There you go.
So I did sunblock them up.
So yeah, we had two nice days this week with the UR7s in Birmingham. It was, I tell you what, mate, though, considering the forecast was like 22, 25 degrees all day, every day, it was fucking cold to start with. In fact, yesterday, Carl Dixon came and joined us for their regional festival. He was one of our referees. And he sat in our gazebo in his joggers, his T-shirt, a polo shirt, a hoodie, a coat, and then he had a subsuit on over the top of that with both hoods up. And he was still cold. That's how chilly it was yesterday.
I mean,
morning.
to be honest, that's almost as bad as Rami, one of my Finnish referees, who is from Finland, one of the coldest countries in the world, who turned up when everybody else was in shorts and T-shirt, in a jacket, a hat, and gloves, and wanted to wear his gloves to referee in.
Rami, no, just
Exactly.
no.
No, you've been told by Claire Daniels. We've been told by me.
And yeah,
Now
I used to have
Now you've been told by Mike.
my AR coach always said, keep a pair of gloves for holding the flag. And as an AR, I get that, but I don't like it when people wear big woolly gloves with the flag. But then he used to say, hi, Fred, by the way, he used to say, you've got to keep a cap, a bit like, there you go, a bit like that in your bag so that you don't have to go like this to shield the sun. I'd rather do that and put my flag up than walk around like the Beastie Boy. I mean, go figure. What would you prefer? Me holding my hand up again to shield the sun, or me wearing a snap back? I could do it like that, couldn't I? That'd be dead cool, wouldn't I? Oh, fuck, look at
To
my
be honest,
forehead.
in your case, Mike, I'd say do neither.
So yeah, I understand the need for gloves if you're ARing, but not if you're refereeing. There's no way you can get your little wallet out and write it down and get your cards out. Oh, talking of cards, boys and girls. Yesterday at the UR7s festival, the regional festival, on the show pitch, which was televised, we had two very, very heinous crimes that deserve a serious punishment.
Were they by referees?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Dish it.
Somebody forgot the cards.
Dish it. Dish the dirt. Come on, man.
Even worse than that, Phil.
Was one of the worst.
Two referees on the televised pitch managed to put their cards in the wrong pockets, and they both pulled out reds instead of yellows.
Were they both cards?
I have to let you know, dear viewer, that one of them was my son Christopher.
Good.
And he has been severely chastised. And all the way up the M6 yesterday on the way home, I tied him with a bungee to the back of the car and made him run. The other one, believe it or not, was professional referee Carl Dixon.
Ball's being kept alive. He's found a little bit of space in midfield.
Louis with the nudge as well.
Oh, it's off the knee. Oh,
7.
Oh, ref's looking to his pocket.
7. Sorry, wrong card.
I think we've got someone holding him back there. Cynical.
Oh, that's made my day, that is.
You ever done anything like that, Jules?
No, actually, I haven't. I've never made that mistake. Because what I do is I put my yellow card in one pocket for quick access, but I leave my red card in the card folder in my leather pocket. So if I do pull it out, I notice straight away. So
it's
then
interesting because
it makes
a lot of the guys
as well.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of the guys, most people are right-handed, yeah. And what Carl and Fish, who was assessing yesterday, they've all been taught is right hand, dominant hand, whistle hand, yellow card pocket. Yeah, and I went, no, right hand, whistle hand. I want to get to my ref wallet with the scorecard in my left pocket because it's easier than fiddling about with my whistle. So therefore, the one I use most often is where I use most often, and my red is in the difficult pocket.
I tell everybody red is on right.
Yeah, yellow left, red right.
Yellow. I go dominant hand, whistle. That's my right hand, and then I put my yellow card in my right pocket because that is my automatic first pocket I go to.
You see, I've always found it a little bit clumsy with my whistle around my finger to get my hand in my pocket.
I've got a wrist strap round there. I just dropped the whistle.
Yeah. So what I've got a wrist strap, and then I put the ring over my finger as well, so it dangles off my finger rather than dangling off my wrist. So I suppose everybody's different, but what works for one doesn't always work for everybody. And clearly, at the weekend,
it didn't work for the
didn't work.
If you put your red card in your right pocket consistently, doesn't fucking matter how you handle your whistle, which hand is dominant, or any of that other crap. The fact is, red on right, red on right.
Red on right.
Although
if you're in the Navy, mate, that's going to really screw you up.
Yeah, because we put
it's green on right.
Yeah, we'll have green pocket on right and red on left. What green card is that? Anyway, believe it or not, we have actually come to the end of the first section. I don't know how. Yeah, really? We've been going for just under 12 minutes now. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be with you right after this.
When you need clear and concise match official communication systems, look no further than the brand new AXIWE AT350.
Radios they're always useful, they always help us, especially AXIWEs, where all three of us can be open at any time, we can have open communication.
Available now from refcomsglobal.net. Investing profits into match official development worldwide.
Welcome back to tonight's very, very strange 22/3 dropouts. Just check. Just you've got to have. You can't see this, viewers, so I'm going to just share it with you now. But look at the other two here. All they're doing is drinking. At least Phil's drinking Diet Pepsi, so I might as well just join them.
Normally we do this on a Monday. Now it's a Tuesday. It's a drinking day.
It is. Every day's a drinking day when the show's on. But hey, guess what? You can check us out on our socials. Just have a look up there and search at 22 Dropouts. That's it,
I
Jules.
gotta
Where
say
do they
something,
go?
Mike. Before you get going here, this one's going to be the easiest one you've ever had to edit.
Absolutely.
It is, because I'm not going to miss anything out. You're right. Normally, it takes me about 12 hours to edit an episode. Tonight, I think it'll take me about 10 minutes. So
That's because we've done
okay.
everything and put it all in. So everything you see tonight, viewers, we've done 3 times just to make Mike's.
Oh, yeah, we had 2 rehearsals today for this.
A few rehearsals, yeah.
So just check out the outtakes as well. Now, we were going to be joined tonight by a special guest who has. Yesterday, he was summoned by his wife because the weather was nice to do loads of gardening.
Uh-oh.
So he overdid it a bit and he's got sunstroke. So, Mr. Tom Hughes, you pussy, we'll see you next Monday.
There is a definite ice bath coming on.
Well, not just an ice bath, but when he arrives next week, there's a definite fine coming on. Talking of fines, this weekend, oh my days, we were away on tour with the Sevens rep team. We were doing the 2 different tournaments for UR7s, both in and around Birmingham. So we stayed over. Once you've tried to get into Wetherspoons because the food's cheap and you know what you're going to get, and you've seen all the mongs that are trying to queue and argue with the bouncer, and you give up and you go to a different restaurant. Well, I say restaurant, a burger place that charges 20 quid for burger and chips. GBK, never again, mate. No, actually, the burger was great, but I went naked burger, right? It said no bun. I thought, I'm watching my weight, as you boys know. I'm watching my weight. I've got to cut down on the carbs. I know this doesn't help, but it is the show. The show's exempt from carbs.
Sacrifice.
Yeah. So I went for the native. So it says you can have a salad instead of your bun. I thought, yeah. Carl Dixon went for salad instead of bun. I'm in good company. The salad was a lettuce leaf and a slice of beef tomato on the top. So GBK, seriously, that was wank.
To be honest,
Right.
you come to Sweden, I'll take you to one of the Sweden's version of McDonald's or Burger King, yeah? It's called Max Burgers, and you can order the carb-free burgers, and it comes literally in like a whole lettuce leaf, and they use the lettuce leaf instead of the bread and pack it with the rest of the vegetables and stuff on top of your burger and cheese and stuff.
Nice.
They
That's
use
what I
Well,
wanted.
when you guys want to start comparing hamburger joints, let's go.
Yeah. So Phil, when you
Phil,
come into you can come to Birmingham.
All I'm gonna say is, if we're going to compare them, we do need to taste them all.
Yes.
I'm
Honestly,
I'm good with that, and I'm fine with losing.
So Phil's
there's
going
2
to
that
promote
you need to be aware of. One is Whataburger.
Okay.
Whataburger. That sounds like a sex torture, mate.
Burger. Did I freeze up?
Not waterboarding, Mike.
Oh,
What?
sorry.
Hang on, I'm freezing up, am I?
A little
You
bit.
were, but carry on because it makes good. Oh no, he's not carrying on.
Oh, I am Karen. I'm turning my fucking camera off. Whataburger or In-N-Out Burger? The biggest fucking conversation in the United States when it comes to hamburger. Which one would you choose?
Waterboarding.
Well, anything called In-N-Out Burger just sounds a bit like a night at certain strip clubs.
To be honest, you said In-N-Out Burger. I felt that this is going to be really spicy. It's going to go in and it's going to go straight out again.
Delicious.
So that's
You
what I
can
go
get-
for. That is what I
You
go
can
for.
order a burger that with 12 patties on it.
Yeah, but how would you eat it?
It's not the point.
To be honest, yes, it is. That's the whole fucking point.
I'm sure that they just create
If I want
things
that many
in
patties,
America.
I'll just order 12 burgers.
Yeah, they don't. There's a secret menu. Basically, it's a secret menu. You can order a 4 patty, 6 patty, whatever the case is, and they'll make
I
it
can
for you.
understand 2, even 3, because you can fit them in your mouth, especially when you've got a gob as big as mine. But 12? You'd have
That's
to
lick
like
it
going
up.
on a night out with Trevor Leota.
Yeah.
I don't make this shit up. It's what it is.
No, don't get me wrong, I believe you, but I'm like, why?
I went over to.
Because here we are talking
Biarritz.
about it.
Well, yeah. I went over to Biarritz several years ago when Wasps played Biarritz. We went over for a weekend. Trev, very good mate, he came and said hello to everybody in our hotel. And we went over to the supermarket to grab beer and all that sort of stuff. And he was feeling a bit peckish. And we all were. So we bought several roast chickens off the rotisserie and baguettes. On the walk back, he'd already eaten 2 chickens and a whole baguette. And when we got back to the room, he ate another chicken and another baguette. Bearing in mind, his game was the day after. Now, we're going to talk about New Orleans in part 3. But for now, because Tom can't be with us tonight because he's a wet girl's blouse. Sorry, girls, I'm not being sexist or anything else like that. He needs to put his big boy pants on and get on the show.
To be honest, the amount of sun he had, I think the lack of moistness was more his problem.
So we will have Tom on next week. And for those who don't know Tom Hughes, you've probably heard of a guy called Graham Hughes, who is a World Rugby television match official. Maybe, and has got over 100 internationals under his belt as a TMO. Well, I didn't want to invite Graham on, so I invited his son, Tom. He's got better stories about his dad. So, so Tom's going to come on next week and talk about his rugby career and also his dad. So, Graham, if you're watching this, shit yourself right now, okay? Because it's going to be scary. It's going to be scary. Now, we are going to do the this or that this week, but we're saving that to part 3, which is coming up in a few minutes' time. In the meantime, I think it's customary that we go round the room. It's not going to take long, I admit, to see what we've been up to this weekend. So, Phil, where were you? New Orleans, were you?
Yeah, it was in hot and muggy in New Orleans. Very lucky, actually, to weather the first couple of days because it was somewhat overcast and not oppressive heat. But yes, it was brutal. I slept almost the entire 3-hour flight back to Vegas. But it was
first class, I assume.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just checking, mate. Just checking.
Up front.
Up front. So you're the guy who turns left when he gets on the plane.
Yeah. You're taking international flights. I wasn't flying international. But yes, I am the guy.
The doors are always open on the left, and it's always up the pointy end.
Yeah, international flights, I turn left. Domestic flights, you only go one direction.
You sit down, Phil. On domestic flights, you sit down quicker.
Yeah, I get to watch everyone that comes on the plane, not just the ones that are in front of me. Anyway,
hey, did you see Mike Friday then? Because he's in New Orleans this weekend.
I didn't see Mike actually. He probably was there because of the collegiate sevens, right? So he would have probably been out trying to recruit stuff and everything else. And to be honest, I was exhausted because we were so busy. We had the stadium field, and then we had 3 fields on the outside. And ultimately, I was managing and running the entire outside. And it was exhausting, but we got it done. 3 days. I think there was 38 teams in total, I believe, but whatever it was. And it was so good to see the players enjoying themselves because we haven't had much collegiate rugby, certainly intercollegiate rugby, right? And to be able to pull something like that
even though you guys don't think COVID exists.
Who's you guys?
Americans.
Well, Americans think it exists. We just don't believe it is as fucking bullshit as it is.
Fair play, mate. Fair play.
You want to? Let's go. I mean, fair enough, right? No, it exists. Just we don't need to shut down everybody's fucking livelihoods and world in order to make it happen. What was that?
It's a cold.
Yeah, it's a flu bug.
It's a bad one. Don't get me wrong. It's a bad one. It can kill you, but so can flu.
Right. Can you guys stop this until I can get some popcorn?
Anyway,
Yeah. Carry on,
it
boys.
was good to get, like, we had teams from almost every state, right? So it was pretty nice to get people to come out, and you could tell that they were excited to be a part of something that they really haven't had in over a year, because the CRCs didn't happen last year, and this is the first time it happened in New Orleans. So, well, it has a great food. Holy crap!
Well, look at how many trips we've all missed coming out to the States to different tournaments that have been cancelled over the last 12 months. And then when you do start doing tournaments and we can come out, we're not allowed to come. So the world is on its head at the moment.
It's going to open up sooner, though.
Yeah.
It's going to open up sooner because I tell you what's going on over here is they're looking at opening up international travel. It's obviously significantly more beneficial for European countries or whatever than it is for America for them to come to us. But at the same time, though, the events that we've had a lot of now international discussions on teams. When can we come over and all that stuff? And I said, I don't work for the CDC. I don't work for the health departments. All I can tell you is, right, we don't have any quarantine requirements in the United States.
Really?
The problem is you have to have a restriction or whatever it is on the port of entry. So in other words, US is saying, if you're coming in, you have to have some kind of a vaccine or whatever it is on the forefront.
Same as most of Europe.
Yeah.
It depends
Well,
on
as a manufacturer of tests, I can sort that. Now, listen,
But for us,
we're going
the big one is Alaska next week, right? 2 weeks time, we have Alaska.
Mate, so gutted we're all missing Alaska because we just can't get there. And it's not that we can't go; it's the restrictions when we come back.
Yeah.
See, I don't have that. I get recommended 7 days quarantine when I get, or isolation when I get back, but it's only recommended. And they say you should do a PCR test when you get back, and then another one in 5 days. So I'll get back. I'll have done an antigen test the day before the day I leave. I'm going to do a PCR test the day I get back, and then I should be fine.
If only the world were that simple. Anyway, we are going to talking simple. We're going to come to simple in a couple of minutes, but right now we're going to take a quick break.
So the Active Sport 250 has been amazing during lockdown when I've been dancing. It's meant that I can come to the park and put my headphones in and just listen to my music without disturbing anyone else. They're the only headset that I've found so far that don't fall off. They stay on and they're not uncomfortable on your ears because they just rest outside your ears instead of actually going in.
It's all right. I'm just trying to make all the other people in the background be quiet. So I can say hi, hello, and welcome back to part 3 of tonight's 22 Dropouts, where before the break, we were chatting to Phil about his exploits in New Orleans. Jules,
Yes.
You've started rugby again. Hooray!
We have started anything under 18s is allowed now in Sweden. So we've got, I've had competitive under 14s game 2 weeks ago. I refereed under 16s last weekend. There was an under 18s game that one of my young referees refed. So we're up and going. We've got junior festivals coming on now this weekend as well. And in 2 weeks' time, we start the senior sevens. circuit.
Nice.
So I am very happy, and I have too much work to do on referee assignments.
And if you can smuggle me in, I got no problem coming in and doing some of your sevens.
And on a plus side, Rugby Europe is starting up as well. So
Of course.
now I get to go to Serbia this weekend. So we've got the sevens in Serbia, and I think there's the championship, which used to be the GPS, is in Lisbon this weekend as well. And they're all.
And what are you doing in Serbia?
I am going to be a performance reviewer on the referee team. So I'll be working with me, one other performance reviewer, and the referee manager, working as a team of 3, working with all the referees on the men's and women's conference tournaments.
Cool. So have you been to Serbia before?
I have not. I haven't been there.
I want you to come back and say, what's the one tourist thing that everybody should do when you come back?
Well, I would love to, but we're not allowed to mingle with public while we're there.
Right.
Literally,
Well,
being
just look
stuck in a sports
Send me a
bubble,
message.
Hotel tournament, hotel tournament, hotel tournament.
Jules,
Yeah.
Jules, Google it.
Yeah, I will.
Send me
It's
a
a castle.
message.
It's a castle.
Yeah, good luck. So, who are the referees? Any notable ones that we may know?
I don't know. We've got there's a lot of new guys because it's a conference. It's the 3rd tier in Rugby Europe. So
Okay.
they've brought a load of new guys in from you've got from Ukraine. There's a young lad from Ukraine who's been being pushed for the circuit for three times, but something's always gone wrong, or the tournament's been cancelled, or the games have been cancelled on him every time. So he's getting his first shot now, so he's really excited. Some of the German girls going over that Philip would be looking after. She's doing her first tournament as well. There's a few old hats there as well. Some of the experienced guys like Mike Hawkins down in Denmark, who's the head of referees down in Denmark. He'll be over there as well. And Florian from over in Romania, he'll be there as well. So to a couple of experienced guys and with a lot of new guys. So it's great.
Yeah, it's really good. In fact, over the last month, we've had, I think, 7 new guys join the Sevens ref team and come in and had a go. Some have really impressed. In fact, we've got a young 16-year-old who's done the last 4 for us, and he started off at a level, and he's constantly worked hard. He's taken every bit of feedback going, and he's tried to improve on that. And there's some people that don't want to take that feedback, but that's what it's like, isn't it? You can work with the ones that want to improve, and you can't work with the ones that think they're already at the top of their game.
And then we'll all be working with Chico, Domenico Cironi, who's the referee manager there, who is always a giggle to work with.
Absolutely.
I've
not worked with him, but I have heard so many stories.
Yeah, he's a good bloke. So he's going to be a
Now,
cracking.
talking of stories, Sam's not with us tonight.
He's not, is he?
He's not again.
Not? He's not? I thought he was just muted.
Sam, let me unmute you. Because we've got no guest tonight, we normally do the this or that quiz with our guest, as you know. And last time we had no guest, Sam didn't join us, and we had to do Julian's this or that. So we thought tonight, because Sam just said later on he wasn't going to make it tonight, and it was his turn, we thought that the best thing to do would be for me to ask the this or that questions, and for Phil and Julian to answer on behalf of Sam. Now, guys, you can do one or two things here. You can answer how you feel Sam would answer, or you can just stitch him the fuck up.
Now, Phil, the responsible thing would be to answer honestly for Sam. So, fuck that.
So, gent, if you're ready, and what's the name of your brother again?
Jason.
Jason, I really would love a graphic and a jingle to introduce the this or that. If you don't mind making us one, I'd be eternally grateful. And Julian will love you forever and take care of your kids for a week while you have some nookie with the wife. He even nodded there. So, gentlemen, on behalf of Sam Ramage, are you ready?
I think so.
Yeah.
Here we go. 90 seconds on the clock. Your first. So, Phil, I know you. This is the first time you've actually seen the this or that, isn't it? Because you've been busy recently.
I've seen it, I think, a couple times. I think.
Okay, that's cool. So if I say red or blue, you would say
blue.
Right. Okay. Job done. There we go.
Okay.
That's your rehearsal. Right. Okay. So here we go. Time's on the clock, and we're going now. Sauna or ice bath?
Ice bath.
Ice bath.
Shrinkage.
Fish or chips?
Chips, but the
I
Americans
agree, chips.
crisp bag. Yeah,
Ketchup or brown sauce?
brown sauce just to keep you happy, Mike. Just to keep you happy, because Sam loves to keep you happy, don't you, Sam?
Hey, Netflix or Amazon?
Netflix.
TikTok or Tinder?
Tinder, definitely Tinder.
Tinder.
Right?
Tinder.
Tinder every day of the week.
Bear in mind, this is Sam. Cardio or weights?
Weights.
Isn't
And
that
cardio.
Wait.
Isn't that single weight?
Well, he has to lift it first, and then he has to do the cardio afterwards, right?
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
He's
Oh,
too
fuck
old
it,
to know what either of them are.
I don't know fucking which game to play. I got a Switch. I got Nintendo.
Oh man. Golf or gym? Sam, golf or gym?
Sam, what would you say, Gat? Sam, could Sam swing a club?
Golf.
He can swing a club, but he can't hit his balls in a
It's
straight line.
Scottish. It's Scottish. It's got to be golf.
Scottish. He must be
It's got to be
golf.
golf. It's got to be golf. He bloody invented the damn sport.
Flip flops or sliders?
Flip flops, because sliders do just roll. Because you can wear
We
soft
talk, I'm going to talk about sliders in a minute. Oxfords or Brogues?
Oxfords. Although
I
no, one
think
of each.
Sam would go
Fuck it.
Brogues.
I think, to be honest, to really fuck him up, we'll do one of each.
A Broxford.
A Broxford, yeah. One on one foot, one on the other. Let's make him look really stupid.
Cool. Redheads or brunettes?
I think Sam. This is a bit of
Brunettes.
advice for you, know. Did you say brunettes there?
No,
we
I
need
said
Sam-
brunettes.
brunettes. Yeah,
Brunettes.
I was thinking Sam could go for a redhead next time. Get a bit of
Next
fire.
time.
Yeah.
Boobs or bum for Sam?
One boob.
Well, are we still talking about Sam?
Yeah, we're still talking about
Sam.
Sam.
I think Sam is definitely going to be a boobs kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm going to go with boobs.
I'd agree. Pancake or waffle?
It's a waffler.
Waffles.
Is it waffler? Coke
Well,
or Pepsi?
But he can't. He doesn't get the chance to
Pepsi.
waffle when you mute him all the time. So waffles.
He doesn't. No. Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Pepsi for a change. Fuck it. Why not?
Thank God.
Ale or lager? Or McEwen's or San Miguel?
McCune's.
McEwen's.
Kids.
Kids. Like, tell us.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee. England or Scotland? Who do you think he'd go for?
England.
Oh, England.
England.
Every day of the week. Yeah, England.
Because he knows a winner when he sees it.
I
He's
was
a good
going
lad
to
like
say,
that.
because he's Scottish, he always cheers for the underdog.
No, he knows a winner and he likes to back a winner because he's a better.
Wait. Aren't Scotland the winners this year?
Sevens or 15s?
Sevens.
I'd go sevens.
Hamish Watson or Sam Simmons?
Well, see,
Simmons.
his name is Sam. You kind of got to match it. Plus, there's an England shirt in there somewhere for him, and he's got enough Scotland
right.
shirts already.
Absolutely. Whistle or flag?
Definitely one of them.
Whistle. Pass the ball or run with it?
Kick.
Drop it.
Kick. I've not seen him kick, but I have seen him try and pass.
Drop
Kick
it. He needs to drop it.
Kick it or drop it.
Kick it or drop it. Bacon sandwich or sausage sandwich?
Bacon.
And go on the pull in Scarborough or go on the pull in Stockholm?
I've seen him on the pull in Stockholm. Definitely Stockholm. The man has taste.
I'm going to leave it to the expert.
Bibbidi-doo, boo! And there you have it. There you have it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to just quickly, for the last 5 minutes of today's show, we're going to run through Sam's answers. And we're going to see how he fits in with our psychological profiling. So, first of all, Sam went for an ice bath. I've got to say I'm a bit disappointed in Sam for that.
Why? It's hot.
Yeah,
He lives in Malta.
yeah.
Needs to shrink it down a bit.
Mate,
I can tell you about my
when you're
ice bath
when you're
experience.
starting there, you
I
don't
don't
want to
know.
go in
I've only
ice
ever
bath.
seen it from the back.
And- we've all seen it.
In
We
the
have
photographs you
all
posted
seen
on-
it from from the back with Pete's photo. But do you know what? I just wonder if I sent this to Sam as a preview to authorise the release of this data on the show. Would Sam approve, or would he throw his teddy out the cot?
Oh, he would definitely approve this, no doubt about it.
I'm holding you to that because I'm not going to show him. Fish or chips? You went for chips.
Yes.
He lives on the fucking island. He's got to go for fish. Come on.
No, he gets enough fish already. He probably prefer a chip now and again.
Do you know, suddenly that went very sexual, and I'm not sure I want to go there.
Doesn't everything go sexual?
Yeah. In which case, he's gone for brown sauce and not red.
Yeah,
That's right.
for a bit of brown. He's dirty, but he's not that dirty.
Okay. And Netflix or Amazon, did we make a decision for him on that one?
Didn't we say Pornhub?
Pornhub instead. Hang on a minute. Hang on. I give you two fucking choices and you go for a third.
Fuck right. Yeah, he's Scottish. He can do what he fucking likes.
No.
Totally.
What are you? A rugby captain?
No, I'm a referee. I'll fucking make it up if I want.
I'll receive, sir.
So every time, have you not noticed? You go heads or tails, they win the toss, and you go, would you like
You
to
say
kick?
heads or tails. Have you ever thrown that coin and seen it land on the mud sideways down?
Yeah, I have. And I've done it again.
Mike, we had that happen this past weekend in New Orleans where the captain says, we'll receive. I says, this isn't fucking football.
Nice. So, yeah, that's the point, isn't it? You go, would you like the kick or choose none? We'll receive. I didn't ask you that question. Would you like to kick or receive?
Just ask them then, where would you like to receive it? Over there. Right. So they're kicking. To be honest, I like the way touch rugby do it. You win the toss, you win everything. The other team can just fuck off.
Do you know what? We had Carl Dixon was out this weekend, and they got in that festival for the North versus South. North wore blue, and of course South had to wear pink. the Southern softies. So when it got drawn a South team against a South team, one of them had to turn the shirts over. And Carl refused to do a toss. He went, anybody who's got to wear white today gets to win the toss.
Fair enough.
Can't see anything wrong with that. Anyway.
I agree with that because I did exactly the same thing on Sunday.
Flip-flops or sliders?
Flip-flops. Sliders.
No, guys, I've got a bit of a problem here.
You got sliders, haven't you?
Well, can you try and describe sliders to me?
They're just like a. I could show you a friggin' pair. My son loves them.
Okay, you show his. Is your son having a wank in his bedroom? Because I don't want to see if he is.
Exactly poorly at the moment. A slider.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So to me, that's not a slider over here is like
it's a fucking sandal.
That's a slider.
It's like So I've got a pair of sliders for in the shower and stuff. If that's what you want to call them.
Name for a chicken nugget.
Yeah, but for me, sliders over here are the ones that women wear with like an artificial flower stuck on the fucking top.
I can put a flower on it if you want. Is that your taste?
No, thanks. And we went for a Broxford.
We did, yeah. I think one on each foot for Sam.
I honestly don't think Sam would ever go for an Oxford. I think
Sam would rather go barefoot.
He'd rather go sliders.
Yeah.
So he can have a Broxford.
Probably with white socks on. Yeah.
And next girlfriend's going to be a redhead?
Definitely has to be a redhead this time, yeah.
Is that because he's not had one of those yet?
I don't know, but I've never seen him with a redhead, so I think it would be entertaining.
True. Boobs or bum? Did we all go for boobs?
He's a boobs man, isn't he?
He's a boobs man.
Definitely.
Fair enough. And he's a pancake man?
I think so.
Oh, he's a waffler.
No, he's got a waffler.
Oh, no. You said he was a waffler. But we all agree he's a Pepsi man.
We did.
No doubt.
And he would rather have a McEwen's than a San Miguel.
Yes, he would.
McEwen's and a coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's anything there. And of course, he's going to choose England because England have won more things than Scotland have. And Sam's a winner. So he likes to be on the winning side. So obviously Sam would choose England over Scotland. What did we say, 7s or 15s? Did we go for 15s in the end?
Sevens.
Sevens. I don't know if he's fit enough, to be fair, but okay, I'll go with that. And of course, he went with Sam Simmons rather than Hamish Watson.
Of course, got to match his name.
Of course. And Sam is a much better player than Hamish.
Plays with his national team captain as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. He would rather have a whistle with a flag.
He would, yeah.
I've not seen the referee yet, so I'm going to hold judgment on that one. Pass the ball or run with it? I don't think he can pass, can it?
Drop it.
Drop it. Okay. Bacon sandwich or sausage sandwich?
Bacon.
Bacon sarnie with bacon with brown sauce. And he's going to pull in Stockholm. Now, I don't think that's really going to happen because of several things. First of all, Stockholm's cancelled, mate.
Yeah, I know, but we got more games on than that.
And he's already been over there on the poll. So I reckon he's going to fancy his luck in Scarborough in August.
Yeah, but have you seen the women in Scarborough compared to the ones in Stockholm?
Mate,
you gave him a choice. We took the choice.
I don't necessarily mean he has to date them or marry them. Just go on the poll.
You're not playing that game, right? You're not playing the fuck, marry, kill. Yeah.
Oh, we should do snog, marry, and avoid now every week with our guests. And we're going to find somebody. We're going to find a group of people. Dear viewer, we're now going to find
any female guests that are straight are definitely going to be asked Carl Dixon.
Of course they are, and Carl's going to be sent the outtake as well.
And then you can ruin him.
No, I couldn't ruin him. He could ruin them, I think.
Ring him during the show when they answer.
Oh, we could do live link. Carl could be in the background again when we do it.
I am just truly evil.
And on that bombshell, we're going to say goodnight to you. We're going to say thank you, Sam, for taking part in this or that.
We forgot the most important thing of the weekend.
What's the most important thing of the weekend?
Harlequins won the Premiership 15s.
They did. Harlequins women did win the Premier 15s. All you're going to do is look anywhere on social media to see Rachel Bertha biting down on her medal with Shauna. Very, very nice picture, Rach. And super that you've worked that hard. And commiserations to everybody else who didn't quite make it, because I think the girls have worked so hard in very challenging circumstances without the support that the men get.
And there's been some cracking rugby as well.
There has some really good rugby. And I'm ashamed this year that we've not, as professional ARs, we've not been involved, because I would have loved to get involved with some of those games this year. But there you go. On that bombshell, it is time to say goodnight. We'll see you next week, hopefully with the rest of the gang. Sam spitting feathers about his this or that, and Tom Hughes telling tales about his dad. Take care. Good night.